high and have now today crossed rupees 1.16 lakh per kg. We speak to senior business economist Sanchita Mukherji and Ashish Gupta, Director Shriram Hariram Jewellers, South Extension 1, on what this means for investors, consumers, and jewelers going forward. Sanchita, clearly silver shining all the way, but what's driving the silver rally? And do you think this rally is here to stay?
Thank you so much. That's a very pertinent question, Sakshi. And I would just like to say that whatever I say is not an investment advice. I'm a mutual fund distributor. This is just a general discussion. Silver, interestingly, has been rallying. It is a lot of investors, a lot of global communities viewing it as an alternative to gold because the gold rally has been so sharp and spiked up so high in the recent years. The geopolitical turmoil, the global growth concerns are all still there, very much so there in the investor community. Hence, silver is emerging as a alternative, and also the fact that silver by itself has tremendous uses in the industrial use. For example, the entire move of the entire globe towards non-renewables, electric vehicles, solar panels. So silver has an amazing thermal and electrical conductivity. It's used in solar panels, in smartphones, in computers, in batteries, in various, in fact, even it has antibacterial properties. So even certain medical applications. So that industrial use of silver is very much driving the prices, along with the fact that the supply is very constrained. So it is in a kind of way in a sweet spot. Having said that, for the investor community at large, the rally has been very sharp and very stark. If it's used as a diversification in the portfolio, one can look at it, but please go to a registered investment advisor because the journey from this point onwards can be very, very volatile. Prices might correct, might stagnate, no knowing that. So one should be a little cautious at this point.
Right, Ashish, do you agree? What to your mind is driving the silver rally, and do you think it is here to stay?
Thank you, Sakshi, for having me here. So yes, silver is like now is in the stream of chasing gold also. So gold rose quite a bit sometime, and then silver followed. And again, silver has, as she said, is a lot of industrial uses are there. But for me, my customers, the renewed interest they are now seeing in them for silver jewelry also. So silver items and silver articles, because now they also perceive it as they might rise further. So it might become more expensive for them to buy later on. And then, of course, Diwali will be in another 3 months. We'll be facing a major buying of the Dhanteras and Diwali coming in. So people are planning their silver buys now also. So the renewed interest of our customers in silver jewelry and silver articles has definitely, because of the silver price rise, they have become more confident about getting silver also, besides having gold. And also they're investing more in silver, because if they cannot buy gold so much, they are small buyers can always invest a small amount in silver. So that is always now silver is also chasing gold, as you can say. And I hope and I believe it might the rally might continue.
Right, you believe that the rally will continue, but Ashish, thank you for taking us through the current trends and the demand trends that you're witnessing, especially like you said ahead of the festive season and so on. But what does this really mean for consumers and jewelers? For many saying that look, now silver is also getting too expensive to consume.
Yeah, so it's like a double-edged sword. People are interested buying because now they're seeing silver as a investment also. So silver, renewed interest in silver buys is there, but that's bringing in new customers. And of course, when the prices rises, the quantity that they can buy decreases because the ticket size becomes larger. So it's a double-edged sword. It's like, but as an Indian community, the demand for precious metals and precious jewelry is always there. So yeah, so it's it's both ways, swings both ways, and what I've seen in the last 2 months, yet demands have definitely risen because of the silver prices rises, not fallen.
Right, Sanchita, now silver, the precious metal, has also gained over 25% year to date. A reflection really that shifting investor sentiment is creating a perfect storm for higher valuations, many would believe. And also the gold to silver ratio has contracted significantly. Your thoughts?
Yes, you're quite right. In fact, that makes a good case for a long-term holding and a long-term outlook towards silver. It was previously never that much in favor, but I think right now, like very wisely, you've used the word the perfect storm, but it's in a sweet spot because all of these factors have added up. It's a safe haven asset, right? That's very much there. So it is an alternative along with gold for people to hold if they want to de-risk from equities, bonds globally. I'm talking about the international investors community and for retail investors in India. So yes, definitely a safe haven asset, an alternative to gold. The fact that silver production is very widely used in industrial production is very much a fact which is driving up silver prices in the ETFs, right? Because this whole transition from renewables to non-renewables, the journey into electric vehicles, solar panels, it's used in smartphones, computers, medical appliances, all of these industrial uses are there. And the fact that silver production is slated to peak in 2026. So there is a restriction in demand, which is making it a dearer commodity. So that's one factor which is there. Also, the fact that internationally it is linked to the US dollar. Now, the dollar weakness will only aid international investors in terms of buying and the pricing power. So if one were to view that the global growth is slowing down and US is looking at a growth slowdown as well and a dollar weakness, that will aid international prices in silver. So that is there. But having said that, the rally has been so sharp. So I cannot really have any view on the medium to short term outlook. But long term, for somebody who's willing to weather this journey, this volatile ride, and has a long term holding capacity, it is definitely a useful asset class that one can consider even from diversification point of view.
All right, thank you so much for really explaining this to our viewers and what this record high prices, what these record high prices of silver mean for investors, consumers, and jewelers going forward. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sakshi.